Alright, my friends. So before we get into the course fully and we start talking about data types, I really want to show us how we can set up or change our preference of our Visual Studio Code. So, I got my Visual Studio Code open. So for those of us using Windows, if you want to change also our preferences, you'll go to File, pick on File, go to Preferences, then click on Settings. Here you can configure all the VS Code settings that you want, and you can also change the color theme of your Visual Studio Code. So mine is a monochromatic dark. So let me change the page on dark thing. Then when I change to light thing, I'll just click on this. Now, this is the light theme of VS Code. The other themes available, which I don't think I prefer any of them to the color theme. This can be dark. Edits, it's a file, preferences, and let me take you back to that too. And this navigation that is on Windows might not be the same for Mac. So probably Mac users will have to click on somewhere else to find the preferences, settings. So let us change it. This is the file icon thing. I'm in the VS Code icons as of now, so I can click on the JetBrains icon themes. Nothing is changing yet, but there are some changes that we can make on our VS Code. Also, if you also want to check our extensions with that, we can go to this icon here, which says extension. Let's check some other settings of VS Code. Let's go to View, Appearance. So your status bar is the one below here. Use your status bar. If I unmark this, the status bar is done, and this is your primary sidebar. View, Appearance, primary sidebar, and this is your menu bar. View, Appearance. Now the menu bar is gone. I can only buy by just by clicking on there and on the back. So this is your side panel. So this is the Explorer or Search. This is GitHub, the one for Git. This is the option for Git. These are debug, extensions, live share. This is an extension that I installed. The black box and this cyber coder. So let's open up a file in. So when you get to open VS Code for the first time, maybe you open up a project. Your Windows appears like this, and this below is called a terminal. So let me close this terminal. Okay, let me just create this here. So I'll close this terminal. So if you want to increase your font size in VS Code, just hit Control and plus. This will increase the font size of your text in Visual Studio Code, Control and plus, or to decrease the font size, you will hit Control and minus. I prefer a small font, but for the sake of this course, I will put my font size to this particular size. I think it's quite okay for us to be able to set up and doing in this course. So also, if you can't do that, so then let's go to Edit. Then go to File, Preferences, then click on Settings, or click on Text Editor. Then you see the fonts. Then you can set your font for your font size here. You can also play with other formatting options over here. Then this is also the font options. Also the settings for your cursor, the one I have seen in VS Studio Code. Then you can also find other settings for your Windows, the application, the extensions, security, and so many more. So this is the settings for you. I need the settings for your workspace. Well, I would advise you not to toy much with all of these settings in the workspace, as just let the default settings in there so as not to make some or weird changes in your VS Code. So if you want to view another file, so right now I'm doing a previous content.js file and an out content.js file. If you want to split the view of my VS Code or my VS Code window, all that does is view and editor layout, split dash, split left. So I'm going to split right. So I'm going to close this file over here, or I'm going to open. So since this one is actually selected right now, if I click on this previous context file, it shows up in this other window. I can then close this. So this has to split my view in VS Code. So, and I can move my cursor over here and adjust the size of each window that I want to be. I also adjust the size of my sidebar here, my primary sidebar here. So another important part of VS Code is our terminal. To open up a new terminal, click on terminal, new terminal. But on my keyboard, the shortcut is Ctrl Shift and 2D key. Your 2D key is the one directly below the escape key. So Ctrl Shift 2D key, Ctrl Shift 2D key. So this opens up a new terminal, you can see. So to close up our terminal is Ctrl Shift K. Now that I've got, so right now I've got 4 terminals open. So I'm going to just right click on them and queue each terminal by hitting the delete key or delete. So the shortcut again is Ctrl Shift 2D key. Sometimes this shortcut differs from EC to PC, but on my own PC it's Ctrl Shift and 2D key. It might not be the same for you. So also I want to show you something. You can see that this text is going out because I splitted my window. This text is going out of view. So we are just go to view and word wrap. So this text now is, let me, the shortcut is Alt and Z. See the difference? This part of the text is now wrapping onto the next line, which makes readability more easy. Alright then, my friend, so that's it with setting up your Visual Studio Code, and we will get right next into the next video, which will be talking about data types. See you in the next one.